Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, Piano Practice Partner. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice session for the last video lesson. Now in the last video lesson we didn't do that much theory, we're talking more about listening and improvising. And so what we were doing in the last lesson was we were just taking the C major scale from C to C. And we were just having a play with some ideas freely, using just these white notes, and we could choose to stay within this little 8-note section or going further up or further down, because it's all C major if we stick to the white notes, up and down the keyboard. And we were taking what we've learned about rhythm, crotchets, quavers, semiquavers, some rests as well, because we can obviously play a crotchet 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can choose to go 1, rest, rest, 4, 1, rest, rest, 4. So it's a crotchet rest. And we were just having a little experiment with what sounds good, making some melodies, improvising some ideas. So that's me just making up some very simple runs of notes. We discovered that actually, because we are playing in C major, that often doing a little thing ending on the C feels like it resolves. Very much like in the last lesson when we were learning about the 2, 5, 1. It's returning to the 1, the C, that makes it feel like we've come home. And so it kind of feels the same in these little melodies. Seems we were playing in C major that kind of feels satisfying to resolve the little thing we're playing back to the C. So this is just a chance for us to go, what sounds good? Oh, I quite like repeating this note. Cool. Let's make some things up. There's no wrong answers. It's just what feels good, what sounds good. It's a little experimentation. So this is an opportunity for us to play, to listen, to sort of repeat things we like, expand on those things. If you've gone, okay, this is cool. What happens then if you kind of put a different, shorter rhythm on it, or longer? Have a little play with that. And once you get bored of that, can you add a little variation into it? Just exploring, expanding what we're playing with. So here's 5 minutes on the clock. We're just going to have 5 minutes worth of playing and exploring and seeing what we can come up with. This is free time to listen and to get excited about what we can create. So here we go. Have fun, everyone. There's no wrong answers, there's no wrong notes. Just keep exploring, keep playing. If there's something you like, have a little repeat of it. What sounds and feels good to your ears? Maybe repeat and find variations on those things. Final minute. Last 10 seconds, keep going. Cool. How was that? I had loads of fun playing then. Interestingly, I don't know if you noticed this, did you hear different melodies and different existing songs come to your ears as you maybe stumbled across something and you thought, oh, that sounds like this? Actually, just within this little block of notes, this little C major, I heard and then tried to figure out a few little bits of lots of different songs, theme songs for certain shows that I had, some jazz songs, some pop songs. All this stuff started like appearing, and I don't have the skill yet to be able to play them, but I could hear the little fragments and snippets. Just goes to show how many worlds are contained within these 8 notes, and how much we'll get to play at some point just from understanding and arranging our fingers and hands within the right sequence. Very exciting. So obviously you can go back and repeat that anytime, put your own timer on and keep playing, keep exploring. It's really fun exercise, I think, just to have that idea of play mixed with the theory, keeps it fresh and practical for us. However, we're not quite done yet because we don't want to overwork this hand and leave this one lagging behind. We want to bring them both up to speed. So we're going to set 5 minutes again on the clock, and we're going to do exactly the same exercise, but we're going to use our left hand. And we're going to explore with our left hand. And obviously you can do it up in this section here or slightly lower down. It will sound different. But just experiment and explore and take it slow, take it easy, because for, I think, most of us, this is going to be our non-dominant hand, the one we're not used to using as much. And so it might not be as mobile and flexible, but that's why we're doing this exercise, is to start breeding that into our routine so that this hand is as good as this hand, and together, strong. Excellent. 5 minutes on the clock. And away we go. Remember, take your time, there's no rush. Halfway there, keep going. Final minute remaining. Final 10 seconds, keep pushing. There we go, 5 minutes. How was that? I mean, I can notice my left hand isn't as strong because that felt far more fatiguing for this hand. So it's really good to practice, even for that aspect of just bringing this one up to strength. I also noticed for me personally that whilst this hand was like quite good at doing sort of longer little floaty lines, my left hand wanted to be a bit more rhythmical naturally. And I don't know whether that's just because it hasn't got the fluidity yet in it, and so by default it's being a bit more short and sharp, or whether it's because I'm thinking of this as my bass and therefore trying to be more like a bass player and being more rhythmical. In any case, it was just an interesting observation. Maybe you found the same. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you found this one was like nice and flowy as well. Let me know how you got on down below in the comments. But it's really good fun to play. Hopefully you had a good time exploring and experimenting. I encourage you to set your own timer or watch this back and follow along, and just keep exploring, keep discovering. It's a wonderful thing we're getting to discover together. So thank you so much for turning up and continuing to practice. I'll see you next week for the next lesson on Piano Practice Partner. See you then.